Are you interested in knowing what your true health and wellness levels are? Glenn Streeter from Boulder, Colorado is one of those polymath type individuals who have an exceptional grasp of not only how to heal the body, but of how it relates and integrates with our mind as well as all of existence. Glenn has a remarkable wealth of knowledge on everything to do with cutting-edge technologies assisting with peak performance and optimal wellness. While focusing mostly on athletes, he also helps the many who have been failed or abandoned by the Western medical system. In this interview, he takes me through an overall health assessment with technologies you probably didn't even know existed, all the while providing a plethora of health tips you've probably never heard of. Check it out. I promise you'll learn something valuable.
So the first test that we're going to perform is called heart rate variability. HRV has been around for many decades as a specialized EKG technology, but instead of measuring heartbeat like EKG, it measures what happens between the heartbeats. The reason that that's important is that during that refractory period, the heart is resting, and we can look at the person's physiology from a base level and determine whether they're predominantly going or whether their physiology is going right? So if our base physiology is screaming all the time, we're using up vital energy through the adrenal glands and the thyroid, and we're moving out of normal cellular metabolism, and this is the recipe for disease. So obviously we want to be as close to Om as possible in our base physiology so that normal cellular metabolism is utilizing processes in the Krebs cycle efficiently, and we're not having to dip in to the adrenal glands in order to function during the day. So this is priceless for anyone to find out, not just athletes, but lay people as well, to find out where they are. But for athletes in particular, each time that we do the HRV, it determines whether we need to rest. We call it a yellow light day, red light day, or green light day. So whether it's a light, heavy, or medium day as far as training. And then for folks who are battling pathologies, we can actually test with the HRV, take the supplement, or introduce the energy medicine device or acupuncture, whatever therapy is being used at the time, do a test post and determine the efficacy of that test. So we can completely eliminate theory, postulizing, hypothesis, and guessing, and we can actually use data to make our decisions rather than opinion. So we're going to test Scott now, and then we'll show the results when we're done. So here's Scott's HRV reading after a few minute test, which involves laying down for a portion of the test and then standing. So this graph represents the overall wellness. This axis represents nervous system, and then this axis represents organ function. Blue is world-class athlete, and red is imminent heart attack. So right now Scott's at 10.4, which is in the safe zone. But here's adrenal function. 0.53 to 0.69 is ideal, so you can see that your adrenals are a little bit stressed out.
Yeah, that's actually normal for me.
Another thing to look at is the thickness and the depth in the blue here. You're actually pretty good. You can actually see it looks like the Rocky Mountains, whereas some folks look like the Midwest without a lot of activity in there. Okay. Resting heart rate, 67 laying down, 72 standing. Those are all world-class numbers. This is the autonomic nervous system. SNS is sympathetic, and then this line is parasympathetic. So this is the brakes, and this is the gas pedal. This is the regeneration zone over here, and this is the degeneration zone. So Scott is a -2 right now, laying down, and then does not change when he stands up. So we need to take a deeper look into that. Okay, conclusion. The functioning of organ systems is moderately reduced while the nervous system is slightly reduced. Then we can look at the 3D spectrum and actually see the changes. So the front line is laying down, and then you can see where you stand up in the back. You can see the adrenal response right here, which is good to have that because many people are completely flat on this graph as well. But we'd like to see this response be higher.
So more variable, yeah.
Right. So just from what we see here, I'm guessing that you have some adrenal and some thyroid issues that could be just from overwork or overtraining. But I don't see anything that's clinical or seriously pathological yet. But maybe we'll find that on the new vision, which is our next test.
Okay.